Archaeologists believe they solved a 4,000-year-old mystery of the vanishing Chinese civilization. Now, around that time, we know we had something vanishing, the civilization of the pharaohic Egypt, because of what people think was an asteroid strike, something changing the weather patterns there. Now, archaeologists have made a breakthrough after unlocking the astonishing mystery of the ancient Chinese civilization. The new study by an international team of researchers looked into an ancient city that was abandoned, but the reason why the city was abandoned in East China, built over 5,300 years ago, suddenly saw its population vanish, baffled researchers up to now. Traces of the Liangzhu culture from the Neolithic society from the end of the Stone Age were left behind and discovered in the Yangtze River Delta. Researchers said that the ruins of Liangzhu city show how advanced the culture was as a society, especially in agriculture and even aquaculture. They built sophisticated architectural structures and systems, including canals, dams, and water reservoirs, which led to Liangzhu to be dubbed the Neolithic Venice of the East. But when this was all lost, most researchers believe it was due to some sort of flooding. Geologist Christoph Spottel from University of Innsbruck in Austria said, "A thin layer of clay was found on the preserved ruins, which points to a possible connection between the demise of the advanced civilization and floods of the Yangtze River, or floods from the East China Sea." Professor Spottel and his team of researchers, led by Haiwei Zhang from Xi and Jiaotong, University of China, dug deeper than the ancient mud deposits. They examined mineral formations from 2 underwater caves in the region, which preserved chemical signatures of climate conditions from thousands of years ago. Kindly support my Patreon account. The daily posts are 5 videos daily, and they are totally different from what I have on my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for your support and that you find all my content so interesting. You'll find the Patreon account details in the description box. The team's analysis of the stalagmite samples of the caves revealed that the collapse of the Liangzhu city coincided with a period of extreme precipitation that likely lasted for decades over 4,300 years ago. Professor Spottel said, "This is amazingly precise in light of the temporal dimension. Massive monsoon rains probably led to such severe flooding in the Yangtze and its branches that even the sophisticated dams and canals could no longer withstand these masses of water, destroying Liangzhu city and forcing people to flee the area." The research team claimed that the previous instances of climate changes in the Yangtze River Delta may have also had an effect on other Neolithic cultures that lived in the area before the Liangzhu society appeared. The researchers wrote in their study, "Archaeological studies show the presence of large-scale hydraulic complexes such as large earthen dams near the Liangzhu city, which were constructed between 5,300 and 4,700 years before now. Now, this suggests that the Liangzhu city was effectively managing water resources by using hydraulic infrastructure for flooding mitigation and/or irrigation to survive in a dry climate. And that dry climate got even worse after a suspected drought around 4,400 years ago, where it looks as though the dam construction was stopped since the existing dams would have been enough during those dry conditions. But after that period, the rain came down heavily in 2 districts, and they burst periods between around 4,400 and 4,300 years ago. So obviously, the dams were not enough. Okay, so this is the new solving the mystery of this vanishing civilization, the extreme flooding. It's by Jacob Paul on Express UK. Please leave your comments. Thank you for your support.